Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Half a Nice Day podcast with your host, Joshua.
And Janine.
And thank you for joining us once again. Today's episode is going to be very special. It's going to be about a story that I would like to share with everyone. Something which
I had to force you to.
Yeah, because I thought I could save it for a later episode, but then we decided...
Oh, you just don't want to talk about it.
No, I would love to talk about it because it is something which has been a tragedy in my life, I would say. But then I came out victorious after the whole incident, and that's exactly what comedy is, right? It's tragedy plus time equals comedy. So
wow, what a formula, dude!
Yeah, it is. Come on, all the bad things that happened in your life in the past, you can laugh at them right now, right? In the time when that given time when it actually happened, when things went down, you wouldn't be able to laugh at that certain situation.
Okay.
But if you think about it right now,
right,
like maybe a car accident or something that happened a few years ago, or the loss of something or someone, now maybe you can think about it in a lighter note.
Right.
And try to bring it back, and then maybe it brings a smile to your face.
Okay. And then make fun of it.
Yes, that's what I'm exactly
just like what we're going to do now.
But thank you for joining us once again. If you're watching us on YouTube, I would highly recommend you actually watch us on YouTube because I try to edit now some special effects, try to put some pictures in and some cool visuals just to
pretend that he's doing.
Yeah, just to pretend I'm actually doing something, because editing is like literally 5 minutes and doing the rest of the stuff takes me hours. And I'm just like, oh no, but it's good. It's a good creative outlet for me because I like to put in pictures, some funny captions, comments, you name it, we're there.
Good job.
You name it, I do it. So thank you for watching us on YouTube. Please do hit that notification bell, smash that subscribe button and that like button as well. And you can also listen to us if you're more of an audio listener, then you can.
If you're on your way to work and you have a long drive, listen to Half a Nice Day. If you're preparing to get to work in the morning, listen to Half a Nice Day. If you're in the gym and you don't know what to do and you don't like to listen to music, listen to Half a Nice Day.
If you're at a concert, listen to Half a Nice Day. Just put in your noise canceling earphones and put us on repeat. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We have a lot of episodes, and I'm sure you can go through the rest.
Yeah, it's all there with the titles and the description. If it's something that catches your eye or something that catches your ears, please do give it a listen, and always do review and rate us on your podcast platforms.
Wow.
Yes, okay, that's a mouthful. But yeah, so...
Can I go first and do my happy news of the week?
Oh, yes, it is. It's been a very long week, guys, for me.
He's so excited to share his story.
No, because for me, it's been a very... long week. A lot of things has happened. A lot of good things has happened. A lot of bad things has happened, but mostly bad. So I would like Janine to maybe kick us off.
So this week's happy news of the week. Bling! So this week's happy news of the week is Japan has appointed a minister of loneliness. Now, it sounds sad from that point of view, but it isn't. So this minister of loneliness is there to tackle mental health crisis. Tetsushi Sakamoto has been appointed by the government, again, to be the minister of loneliness in a bid to tackle ongoing mental health issues in Japan after a spike in suicide rates for the first time in 11 years. So Tetsushi Sakamoto will be in charge of dealing with problems of isolation and loneliness. I'm sure a lot of people are getting it really bad, especially some countries are going back into lockdowns. Australia's into lockdown, the Philippines. So again, there's a lot of COVID related issues that are happening, and now that we're past the 1 year mark and we're getting into 2 years of this COVID situation, it's getting heavy.
It is getting heavy, and but the UAE is actually doing really well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we're very, very, very blessed to be
that.
here. Everything seems that it's going into the direction of how it used to be, or normalcy. It's not, this is the new normal from now on, but just how it used to be from back then. But for other countries, it's difficult.
It's still really difficult. Some of them are having a hard time containing the virus, especially the new variant.
Yeah, and it's difficult because of the uncertainty. A lot of people, even myself, have a hard time dealing with that. Like, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what's going to happen, that a lot of things are out of your control. That's difficult, especially for people who are control freaks, again, just like myself, where I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know where I'm going. I have a certain timeline of what
You
I want
plan
to
out
achieve.
everything.
Yeah.
For me, I'm the complete opposite. So
It's difficult.
I'm okay. Like, I go with the flow, basically.
Yeah.
But
And I like that they did appoint a minister of loneliness, because it's nice to have a minister of happiness, which is what we have in the UAE.
it's such polar opposites, right?
Right?
Like, seriously.
I'm sure they have a minister of happiness as well. But I think looking into mental illness is a very, very important topic that everyone should be talking about nowadays. It's no longer taboo, especially in the Asian and Arab countries or households.
Especially Japan, because it's infamous for notoriously famous for those suicide forests where people kill themselves and they hang themselves in the forest. That's why Logan Paul also got canceled, right?
Yeah.
He shot some of those people who were hanging and did a few jokes about that. But then, I can see that why Japan is actually leaning more towards this initiative. And I really hope that everything goes well. Suicide is an extreme measure which some people do take, which I also understand their point of view. But I'm sure there are some surefire ways where it can actually be prevented if they have the right person who they can talk to, or the right person who can...
The right tools.
Yeah, exactly.
To preempt that.
Yeah.
The best way, as they say, is to find someone, seek professional help. If you feel that things are getting heavy, talk to someone.
Yeah.
Don't try and take everything.
Because all the suicide helplines are like trained professionals, not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like, these are the people who day in and day out speak to people who are actually
on the
thinking,
verge.
Yeah, on the verge. Yeah. So this is like their last resort. They're like, let me see if this can help me. Anyway, I'm actually standing on top of a bridge.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos
Crisis
to Japan.
hotline. Yeah. Good job, Japan.
High five, Japan.
I hope a lot of countries will follow through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new... I don't think it should be looked at any negative way if you sought out therapy in any form. So
no, I think we need to get our heads out of that rut or out of that hole. We're no longer a nation who looks or frowns upon people who seek professional help. I think that needs to be obliterated. That's no longer... I agree with you, sister. That is, to me, if someone thinks that way, to me that's disgusting. And I feel that why do we have to look down on people who need help? I think we should applaud people who are seeking help because they want to better themselves, right?
So true. And it's part of a journey. It's not like these people, like, they think that they're a burden to everyone and like they just want to be by themselves. But I think just in the right environment with like a good backbone or someone who's trying to help them out, things can get better.
It will get better.
It will get better. So
for everyone,
and we're always here, guys. We're not trained professionals in any way, but we do have a lot of friends who come out to us for advice and support, and that's something that we really want to push through. Want to make it normal that we do help out other people.
If you just want to talk to someone, people who have gone through or are going through. Yeah. Okay. So on that note,
on a lighter note,
Joshua's having a lot of shows lately, especially next week and another show coming up. Maybe you want to talk about that. And this is where my idea of, Joshua, why don't you share how you got yourself into stand-up comedy? Because it's the main reason why we both met each other. And
it's how I'm going to propose to Janine as well.
Nervous laughter.
Shoot, I'm bombing. I'm losing the crowd. What can I do to get their attention? Propose. Janine's not here though. So.
Sorry guys, I'm not my best today. I'm a little bit nervous. It's because Janine, will you marry me? Ew, please don't do that.
Yeah, she hates it. She told me one thing. Whenever I propose to her, don't do it on
in front
stage.
of like like crowds who I don't even know.
Come on, but these are comedy
these
fans.
are
These are my people.
strangers.
These are my people.
No, they're not your people. They're people who are watching you, but they're people who don't care about your personal life.
No, my jokes are about my personal life.
Are these the people you're going to invite to your wedding?
Never.
See, then why do you think proposing in front of them is okay?
I can propose in front of a full football stadium, and I wouldn't invite a single soul from there. It's just a proposal. It's just like, oh, this guy,
to me, like,
this guy gets girls, so it's like, yeah, okay. But yes, I do have a lot of shows coming up. I am opening for Ima for her next special, which will be a recorded show. It'll happen on September
2 September 2.
I just know it's a Thursday.
It's
September
the
first
2.
Thursday of September. Yes, and I'll be one of the openers for her. Me along with Sharon, and it is going to be a recorded show. So it's going to be really.
So you better not bomb, or else it's going to be recorded
and forever ingrained in my mind.
Yes, just
okay,
like how you started.
That's how I started. So yeah, so I have a lot of cool shows coming up in different venues and stuff. But then I want to revisit where I actually came from. And Janine gave me this idea that why not speak about it?
I'll sit back and sip my coffee for this.
So this is a very funny story, guys. You're gonna love this. I'll try to say it with a moral at the end of the story, so it ends on a lighter note.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all started one day when I was in a bar. No, sorry. I'll go a little bit before that. I went to one open mic night with my sister and my brother. It was in a food truck stall, so it was an outdoor comedy show. And I was watching a few comedians.
This is in Dubai, right?
This is in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an event organized by Dubomedy, where I did my...
okay, just...
Yeah. So I was there and I was watching all these comedians. I'm like, this is funny? I can do this. I was like, this is all it takes to be a comedian, because everyone was laughing. I'm like, seriously, this is funny for you guys? I'm like,
I'll show you funny.
I can do this. This is what I do on a daily basis among all my friends. So then I left it at there and didn't think about it again. But then I'm one fine day, I can't remember. I think it was in 2018, around 2018. I was in a bar with a few of my friends, and then there was this group of cabin crew women. And cabin crew women, guys, I'm sorry, they're my kryptonite. Like my knees tremble around
Josh
them.
is obsessed with cabin crew women, especially from Emirates. Like, if you see someone, so in my building, I didn't know this, but apparently there's a cabin crew member who lives in my building. So this one time, sorry, I'm segueing a little bit outside.
I
of
like
your
the story because I was
we were getting up in the elevator, and suddenly this guy stops, and like he's like so nervous, and I'm like, what is happening? So I looked back, and there's this cabin crew woman, blonde hair,
in her uniform,
blue eyes, in her uniform, like taking her trolley, like chugging it with her, and then she's struggling to get inside. I'm like, you want to go help her out? You want to introduce yourself? And we were in the elevator
at this point, and I wanted to go up.
And then
Janine kept stalling. She kept the door open for this girl to come in,
so that she can come in. We can introduce ourselves. I can introduce you to her since he's gushing about her.
I had to manhandle Janine that day. Like I had to literally keep her away from the button and the doors because she kept opening it and waiting for this cabin crew to come in. I was like, what are you doing?
I wanted to know where she lives so that next time I'll be like, hi, my boyfriend has a crush on you.
Are you open to dating him for a short period of time while I focus on work?
Yes, so that I can get rid of him.
Eventually.
I'm kidding. So people who are listening to this, I'm not a jealous girlfriend, so I'm okay to talk about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's something I
totally
love about
normal.
You. Yeah, so during this phase when I saw this group of cabin crew women, I was solely dating cabin crew. You can ask all my friends during this time. I'm like, "Are you cabin crew?" Okay, sorry. On to the
That's
next
so weird. What a standard, though.
No, come on. Okay. I'm painting a picture for you right now. Okay. I'm talking to you, and then you're like, "Oh, you have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, she's cabin crew," and automatically you think what?
I don't know.
She's hot.
Really?
Yeah, come on, cabin crew. You have to be hot for the
cabin
job. Cabin crew. So in my mind, I was like, if I date someone hot, my status eventually goes high. Correct. And so So we were in a group, and then so I see the cabin crew, and then
What, she was wearing a uniform in the bar?
I can easily I have the sixth
How
sense.
will you
I have
know
a sixth
she's
sense.
cabin
I have
crew?
a sixth sense when I know someone's cabin crew or not. Only with the girls, guys, I don't know.
Why? Because
so
they
much.
come to you and she's like, "Hi, sir. Do you like chicken or beef?"
Hi, sir. Can you put your seat up? Because we're about to descend into.
Sir, can you please put your tray away?
No, it is a
Because we're
tough.
about
It's
to
a tough
taxi.
job, guys. It's a tough job.
It is. I'm not making fun of them.
I
I'm just
know,
saying,
I
how
know.
can you know that this woman is a
No,
cabin crew?
No. I just have a sixth sense. I have a sixth
Fine,
sense.
okay.
Like I like the same sixth
Were
sense
you
I have
hanging
when
out in an area where there's a lot of cabin crew?
No, it
Okay.
wasn't. It was in a bar in somewhere in JBR, one of the Japanese restaurants, which is now closed down though.
Okay.
So my friend Gia, I'm gonna say his name. Who cares? Gio was the one who's like
Gio's not a friend. He's your best
he's
friend.
my best friend. No, because I was gonna think of putting his name anonymous, but who cares? So he's really good with women. For me, I get anxiety when I'm in a bar.
Gio's very charismatic. He's very sociable. Like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
knows how to handle himself. Maybe that's why women gravitate towards him, because you're more shy.
I'm
He's
more shy. No,
yeah.
I'm more shy in a club setting because you know that what's that sensory overload, music, lights, people talking, hot people around, and I'm just like, where do I fit in all this?
You're
So
the mysterious guy.
I'm the mysterious guy, the creepy guy in the bar, like staring at everyone. So he goes and talks to them, everyone, and we all start talking, and then our group mingles with their group, and then there was this one girl I had my eye on. There was this one girl I had my eye on, and we just hit it off. We were talking, but then I found out she has a boyfriend. So I'm like, okay, cool, but she was okay. That says enough. And then Gio started talking to this girl. For privacy purposes, I'm gonna call her what is her name? Penny. Penny, okay? For privacy purposes, I'm gonna call her Penny. And she and Gio hit it off.
But you name dropped Gio.
Gio's my best friend, so I'm sure he doesn't mind me talking about this, but someone else might do. And so they hit it off. They were talking, and then this Penny comes up to me, and she's like, I really like your friend. He's not giving me his number. Can you give me his number? I'm like, okay.
You're like, okay, but I wanted yours, actually.
I'll give you his number. You give me yours.
I'll give you his number if, and only if, you give me yours.
So I eventually gave him the number, and then
her the
number, and it was good. Like she messaged Gia, and things went well. They went on a date and stuff, but then Gia calls me after the date, and he's like, the date was okay, but I feel she's more of your kind of girl.
Oh, they went on a date. Okay.
Oh, I didn't tell you this?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, they went on a date. They went
Okay.
bowling. I planned that whole date for him.
Wishing you were in his shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Not really. I didn't see her as attractive as her friend, but since she was crew, she was European, blue eyes. She had
Okay,
a nice...
sorry. So this is not the girl who was attractive.
No.
Okay.
The attractive girl had a boyfriend, which they were dating for like 4 or 5 years. So I'm like, I'm not that guy.
Okay, got it.
I'm not that guy. Okay, but then
Who knows?
so they went on a date, but Gia said he didn't really find a chemistry between them, and he said that he could see this girl with me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. But for me, I didn't think much of it.
Right.
And then there was like a few weeks fast forward after that, this same girl, Penny, she decided let's all go for happy hour. So me, Gia, her, and another friend. So it's like 4 of us, like a
Yeah,
foursome.
like a double date.
Yeah, exactly. And last minute, something came up and Gio couldn't come.
Ooh.
I was like, ladies.
Is it true, or like he planned it out?
No,
so
something
that-
came. Something
Okay.
came. Like we planned it till the finer details, but like literally an hour before he calls me, he's like, dude, something emergency came up. I won't be able to come, but I still want you guys to go. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we went. And that's where me and Penny hit it off. Like, cause I still went, and she
Yeah.
was there with her friend, and we hit it off. We're talking a lot. We're laughing. I'm like, whoa, this girl's really cute, and she's really funny. She's really amazing. So such a cool person.
And I'm in love with her.
And will you marry me?
And I brought a ring. Okay.
Like, okay, Josh, hold your horses. Things really went well. And yeah, it was just a night. We went out, then I dropped them back to their place. Nothing happened after that. And yeah, the days went by and we started just talking.
Were you assuming that something would happen?
So you haven't invited me upstairs yet. So I think it's the time you should do it because I have work tomorrow. No, so then so we left it at that. I dropped her back and we started just talking, like in an everyday basis
Like
on
text.
WhatsApp, on WhatsApp and
Okay.
stuff. And then I'm like, I asked Gia, I really hit it off with Penny the other day. Is it cool? Because
Of
bro
course.
code.
Yeah.
If I ask her out on a date,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, dude, go for it. Like I didn't feel a genuine connection with her, and go for it. So I did the right thing. I asked him first, and I did all these things, and then I asked her out on a date, and I took her to one of my usual date spots, which I usually take women. And yeah, we had a date. It was really cool as well. It was just both of us.
Mm-hmm.
We had a really nice time. It was just coffee. Nothing like no alcohol was involved. Just coffee and talking the whole day. And yeah, then from there things went on. Like we started dating. We used to see each other on a weekly basis. We didn't have a label on it, but yeah, I could see where it was going. Then we celebrated like New Year's together, or was it Christmas?
That's huge.
No. Actually, no. We did celebrate Christmas together, but we did celebrate Christmas together, but this is the time I still thought she was with Gio.
Right.
So we met quite a few times in this whole span of events. And we started getting really close, and then we started like dating, but without the official terms. And yeah, then she brought up, then I took her to an open mic, one of the Dubomedy shows as well. And she was like really impressed, like, wow, comedians, I really love comedy. I really love all these things. So I'm like, is this my time to do stand up? Yeah, so I took her. That's the first time I also saw Ima.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was with
3 years back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first time I saw Ima, and I'm like, I first thought Ima was like Nepali, to be honest. I'm like, she's very funny. Then she started talking and all her Filipino jokes. I'm like, no way, she's Filipino. And then I was like so impressed with her, and I was like, so Penny likes comedy. So I think this is the right time for me to actually
Pursue.
dive into this world of comedians. So I'm like, okay, Dubomedy is also doing classes where they teach you everything from A to Z about stand-up. And then this time it was an intensive course. So everything you do in 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
You learn everything. You have to write your set material, everything in the time. So
You go to classes every day?
It was twice a week.
Okay.
Yeah. So I registered for like a month prior before the classes started.
Mm-hmm.
And things were going really well between Penny and I, but then I went to Georgia for a
Okay.
trip. Things were slowly, like, it went really well. It peaked, and then suddenly it started fizzling out a little bit.
Right.
Like, she was being flaky and stuff. So I'm like, okay. Then I started getting annoyed. So I'm like, let me think. Oh, you know what? I'll just then this was during Ramadan time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like a few of my friends. We decided, let's go to Georgia. It was like a
Right.
very spur in the moment kind of thing. 2 days before, and then 2 days we were on the plane. Within 2 days we were on the plane, and I didn't tell her about it. And then I posted an Instagram story that I was in Georgia. Then
Yeah.
she's like, "So you go all the way there? You don't tell me anything."
She got upset?
She got super upset, and then I was trying to just justify, like, you are crew, you go traveling all the time.
Yeah.
Which is a wrong thing to do.
Yeah,
so I was
'cause she's
just
like,
trying to
"That's
be,
my job."
Yeah, that's my job. Like, I was just trying to be cocky about it, and then I remember during the trip I was like super bummed out. I'm like, because a part of me was like, don't tell her, just go there, and then like say like, look at me, I'm a high end guy, travel, I make decisions like this. And then another part of me was like, tell her, at least it's gonna be like a little bit courtesy, and as well like I'm going with my friends for a 4-day trip. But I chose the
latter.
the
Right,
former,
yeah.
yeah. So I came back to Dubai. I tried to reach out to her. Radio silence.
Silence.
So I was
Wow.
like, okay, this is it. And then I already started doing my comedy classes by then. So I was doing my comedy. I'm like learning everything from A to Z, like how to hold the mic, how to remove it from the stand, how to I'm writing my material, and everything. And then I reach out to her again. I'm like, hey, I'm doing the comedy class. Hope you're doing okay. Would you like to meet for coffee soon? And she's like, yeah, let's go meet for coffee. I'm like, oh wow, she seems very chirpy. And then I'm like, okay, it's Ramadan, so I leave my office at 2. I go home, change, put on some nice clothes, meet her at the coffee place. And I go to the coffee shop and I'm like, hey, I'm here already. I hope you're on your way. No reply. And I'm like, okay. Then I wait another hour
Oh.
in my car only because I don't want to go in and be that guy.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting in my car and I message her and I try to call her, no reply. And then like a few minutes later, she messaged me like, oh my God, I just saw your message now. I just woke up. Can you wait another hour? I'll be there in an hour. I'm like, you know what? Screw it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on you.
We had a good run. Then I called Gia.
High five.
I called Gia and I think I cried.
Aww.
Yeah. And I told him like,
What's
this
that sound I just made? I was gonna say man, and then it became mom.
Mom. Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine.
Were you in love with her?
Not in love, but I was smitten because she was European. She had blue eyes. She had that
The look that you were going for.
like Justin Bieber hair. Yeah, I really like
Justin Bieber hair? What do you
Justin
mean?
Bieber in his older years, in his younger years when he had that really thick hair, but like till here only.
She has a bob cat.
Bob cut. Yeah.
Bobcat.
So she looked really unique. She was super tall, and I'm just like, and me like a Filipino Indian guy in Dubai, like dating someone like that. For me, I was just thinking she's gonna elevate my status. You know what I mean? I know it sounds very petty, but I have zero self-esteem. So I was thinking if I was dating someone hot, people will be like, oh wow. And I really loved when people stared at us when we used to go out. Like, oh, these guys are together. Like,
Okay.
he must be. It's a very sad thing to say. I'm gonna 100% own that.
I don't have no reaction to that because I'm a girl, so I'll never know, I'll never know.
Yeah, but it is a very sad thing to do. But then yeah, but she was really cool as well. But then I was just thinking it on for the most part on how it would look with me.
Right.
So I did my comedy classes. I did everything. I wrote my 5 minutes, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go on stage. Let me invite a lot of my friends. I invite like 30 people. I invited at least, and I'm just thinking, these 30 people don't mean anything. I just want one person. So I messaged her again. Like this is like, hey, I just got done with my comedy course. I'll be taking the stage on this date. No, I messaged her on the same day I was performing.
Wow.
I'll be taking the stage tonight. It would mean a lot if you come and if you're there. And I'm just like, and I sent the message and I'm like, that's my heart, guys. And then within seconds,
Wow.
she replies, oh my God, that's amazing. I'll be there. And I'm just like,
Back in the game,
back
yo.
in the game. I want to win her with my comedy wits. So like at least 15 of my colleagues come and 15 of my friends come.
Ouch.
I'll post some pictures here and there, but I'll
Do
block.
you still have pictures?
I have pictures and I have a video.
Let's put up the video, please.
No, that's why. So I'm gonna go. So it's Dubomedy like all the first timers. So they tell people to be supportive of the people who coming on stage. Some of them might not be able to remember all their jokes. Some of them might fizzle out. Some of them might bomb. But it's a supportive stage. It's a supportive community that we're trying to put in. So I was.
You had to put that caveat, huh?
So there were at least 10 of us, and I was like maybe 7th. Okay, and I'm like, my nerves are getting the best of me. I'm sweating through my shirt, hands nonstop sweating. I'm forgetting.
He already has hyperhidrosis on his hands, by the way.
Yeah, so this is like next level. Like I'm just standing and
it's just dripping off of his.
And
fingers.
then I keep messaging my brother like, Dwayne, come out, talk to me. Let me rehearse my jokes on you again. Every few minutes, like I couldn't enjoy the show at all because I was just so focused on me. And I was like, oh, Penny's here. She's going to make a big deal. This might be my make it or break it with her. Maybe after this, she'll be like, oh, shoot, Josh, you have what it takes. I want you back. So I'm just like, so everything was on the line for me that day. So then, so I'm brought onto the stage. I remember my song. It's G-Eazy. It's a G-Eazy song. And I go on stage, like, and then I do my opening jokes. Hi guys, my name is Joshua and I'm half Indian and half Filipino. And then I go into my set and then this is something I've never ever felt before. I blanked.
Oh.
Completely blank. Like blank to the next level that you can imagine. Okay? So yeah, I blanked. I forget all of my jokes. So then I start going.
So you introduced yourself.
I introduced myself.
You haven't started any jokes.
I started. So then I remembered one joke, which was about Penny. So which is like, so the joke was written in a way like, yeah, I'm doing comedy just to, get a girl back, and I hope she's here tonight. And I was supposed to do this bit with a bit of cockiness, like, no, sorry, full cockiness. So I'm doing comedy, trying to get this girl back who I haven't spoken to in a long time. And if you're here, Penny, no hard feelings. We had a good run, but please take me back. Like,
did you see her in the crowd
I saw her in the crowd. I know she was there. We said hi.
before you went up on
Before I
stage?
went on
Oh, so
stage.
okay, for sure you knew Penny was there. Okay.
Yes. So sorry. My set was like, we had a good run. So I was being cocky, and then at the end I'm like, but if you're here tonight, please take me back. So like in a cute way, like, this guy has feelings. He's romantic. But I delivered it like this. I'm here to get a girl back. No hard feelings. We had a good run, and if you're here, please take me back. So I delivered it like that, and then when I saw the crowd's reaction, they're like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?" Because so if you do it in a funny way, like, "Oh, please take me back,"
Yeah.
it becomes funny. It loosens up the crowd. But this time, everyone's like, "What is going on?"
Oh.
And I could see everyone just like they cringe already.
I wonder what your sister's face looked like.
And I had 4 friends. I could see them with their camera phones out, and I'm like, "Yikes!" And then because of the crowd's reaction, I forget my next jokes
because you
again.
saw how they reacted.
And
to
then
you.
I went back to, "Hi, my name is Joshua." Then I blank again, and then
My poor baby.
if I could, I relive this time, this moment every time someone asks me, "Oh, how you got into comedy?" And then again, I blank again after I said my name for the second time, and then I'm like, "Give it up for Mina and Ali for organizing this whole event." I went that route, like thanking everyone. Thank you everyone for coming and supporting comedy.
You just look defeated. How many minutes did you have?
I had 5 minutes, and I got off stage in 2.
Oh.
And then I went again. "So my name is Joshua. I'm half Indian, half Filipino." And then again, I'm like, "Thank you everyone. You've been so lovely. My name is Joshua." And then I left the stage. And
everyone knew your name.
so that's the funniest part. I bombed so hard, and everyone knows my name. So like, how did the comedy show go? Like, there was this kid named Joshua. And another part was all my colleagues were there, all my friends. So that embarrassment that flooded my whole body. Penny is there in the crowd, and then I'm just like full defeat. Then I just watched the whole show, hoping that someone else would bomb. Like
Everyone did well.
everyone killed.
Oh gosh.
Like when you fail a test and then you go to your parents like, "Oh, don't worry, even James and Joseph failed." So it gives you that sense, like
It was a really hard test. Yeah.
But everyone killed except me. So I was just watching in anticipation, saying like, everyone's doing really well. Everyone has some solid jokes. Everyone's remembering. Some people's friends bought flowers, giving it to them. Like, you did so well. And I'm just like with this full of, like, my soul left my body. My body is now filled with guilt, shame, embarrassment, and then the whole thing finishes. And then I say hi to all my friends, and they're like, you did so well. Everyone's clearly lying, but they're just doing it to bring my spirits back up.
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
You have supportive friends.
Yeah, supportive friends. My brother and sister were there. My brother told me, "Don't worry, this happens," when he was presenting in class. I'm like, "Yeah, you're presenting in class, but I'm here declaring my love to a girl."
Penny.
Yeah. And then I speak to Penny. I drop her to her car. We talk for like 2-3 minutes. She gives me back a sweater that I lent her. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, no, I told her, "No, keep it. I don't need it anymore." It was an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was that. I'm like, I just hugged her and she went into her car and she drove off. Like, we didn't speak about it at all.
Yeah, she didn't want to bring it up.
Yes, she didn't want
Okay.
to bring it up. Then
Okay.
yeah, I talked to all my friends. At that time, they couldn't make a small joke because they would trigger me, but they were like supportive, and I just went home. And yeah, my brother and sister. No. My brother and sister went home in their car, and Jamie dropped me home.
Okay.
So yeah, she was just saying, "What was that, Josh? I didn't know you were gonna do all these things." Cause I didn't tell anyone my jokes, right? I want them to see it on stage. Even my jokes, my new written jokes, I don't tell Janine, cause I want her to enjoy it from the perspective that everyone else is enjoying it at the same time. Not like she knows, oh, I know this jokes, and she looks at everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I get home.
He tries not to. I help.
Yeah,
I
but she's
with
helped me
some.
a lot, which I commend you for, I must say.
Thank you.
So this is the ending of the story. I'm gonna end it here. So I get home. I cannot sleep. It's like 4 a.m. I get a message from Penny.
4 a.m. She waited that long to send you a message?
No, come on. She doesn't want to kick me when I'm already down. So maybe she like, okay, Josh was sleeping.
What was the message?
Oh, so I'll read out. It was like this long, like where I had to click the see more.
Oh.
Hey Josh, it was so nice seeing you again. It was so nice seeing Gia and everyone, and I really enjoyed the night and everything. And I must say, Josh, this is the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for me.
Was she there alone?
She was there alone, yeah.
Okay.
This I didn't expect that at all. This is the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for me, like getting on stage and telling them that.
Professing your love.
Yeah, professing your love. It's like straight out of a movie, like when they held the radio and play some tacky song. So there was a slight hope for me at that point when I read that.
And then you clicked on see more.
And then I clicked see more. And then she's like, this is the sweetest thing anyone has ever done for me. And any girl would take you back in a heartbeat. But there was something... But unfortunately, I did not feel anything when all that was going down. And I'm like...
Just when you felt you couldn't feel
any worse. She said it in a... should I read out? I have the screenshot.
You do? Let's.
It'll take me a few minutes to find it though.
Let's. I would say let's do it.
This is the first time you're also gonna hear it.
Dun dun dun.
You can pause it if you want. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give the liberty to Janine to read this.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm gonna cry.
I remember you showed me her picture. Now I remember. Yeah.
Okay,
she's really pretty, by the way.
Okay, go.
Penny. Wait, are we gonna read this whole thing?
Yeah, read the whole thing.
Whew, okay. This is this right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
This is right. Let me see.
Right?
Oh, wait. Right, so read this and then it continues here, but it's just the last.
Where do I start? Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is Penny's message. She says, "Right. A fairly awkward conversation by my car is not what I aimed for. Don't think I'll leave it at that, Joshua. I'm genuinely still in shock. Didn't expect this in a million years. The grandest of all grand gestures, I'll give you that." Okay. Like I really wanted to just run up and hug you right there and then. That's really sweet. And then, but then I really had to take a step back before I went ahead and did something in the spur of the moment that would come to hurt us both more than anything else. I really like you so much, Josh. I think you're such a great guy, and I really enjoy the time we spend together because no one makes me feel so comfortable with myself and laugh so much. I really like how we're on the same wavelength there, so it pains me to see that I don't feel more for you than I do. Like, I hope this comes out in the right way and all. I wish I was in love with you. ? Because that would make sense. I really like you, but I just don't feel the spark.
I can't believe we're doing this on a podcast.
But I just don't feel the spark, which is such an annoying thing to say. That I understand where she was coming from. Like, if someone is as kind as you are to someone and you profess your love in a grand gesture and you go to comedy school for this girl and do everything, of course she feels bad. And I totally get that it's asking for a lot and saying we should stay friends because perhaps that's not realistic at all. But seeing you tonight made me realize how much I've missed being with you hanging out and laughing and whatnot. Unfortunately, or fortunately perhaps, it made me fairly sure of my emotions towards you. And believe me, if a scene like that could have just as well been taken from a bloody movie, didn't make me fall head over heels for you, then I don't know what would.
This is what I'm saying.
Aww.
Next slide.
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? That's
Ah,
the last.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the last line. Which I was
Sorry,
saying, yeah.
it's just a long message. Unless this was just all for the sake of the act and didn't mean anything, with a smiley face backwards, upside down smiley face. Totally cool and no big deal that I made it all about me in that case. Whew.
Sorry.
I like how she.
Sorry, it was at 12:30 in the morning, and then the follow-up message was at 6 in the morning.
Oh, because you haven't replied.
I didn't reply.
That's why she started.
I saw it the same exact time.
That's why she started second guessing herself, saying, "Oh, maybe it wasn't a grand gesture. Maybe that was just part of his act." And blah 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 blah. I like how she's humble.
She's humble, but that message can cross. Sorry.
That was loud.
Sorry, but that message can crush any guy.
Yeah, but I also understand where she was coming from. She did the right thing.
She did the right thing. I truly admit
Kudos
that.
to her.
But then, so I'm gonna end with this. So, at the end of the after that, I stopped doing stand up for a very long time, and I realized it's not for me. But then I was reached out by someone, or I think it was Ima as well, who suggested I just do 2 minutes at a show. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I really don't want. I don't think stand up is for me. Yeah. I thought it was funny, but I'm more funny in a group of friends rather than on stage. But she's like, oh, just give it a try. Just give it a try. I'm like, okay, fine. So I did the 2 minutes and I did really well. And then I realized, you know what? Whenever I do something, I shouldn't be doing it to impress other people. I should be doing things for myself. I shouldn't be trying to make everyone like give me the attention that I need, but I rather be doing it for my own purpose. You know, I found I must have lost love with Penny over there, but then I found a new love in comedy. And yeah, I think it's just something which I had to learn a harder way than I should have. But I love where I am today when it comes to how I've grown in comedy from doing 2 minutes. Now I'm doing 10, and I've been even doing 12 as the longest one I've ever done. And I still have more material than that. But yeah, I've come a long way, and I love my origin story. Back then, I was devastated. I couldn't sleep that whole night. I cried as well that night. I did wet the bed. But yeah, looking at that now, it's like for me,
you're making it a light story.
Yeah. I can laugh at it right now whenever I see Gio.
It's okay. I'll talk to you right
whenever
after
I see my sister, my friends and everything. Like, do you remember the first
whenever
time
you see Penny, do you still see her?
I know that she's not in the UAE anymore. So, but I did find another love who's there to support me all the time. And yeah, I think and comedy also brought us together. I think in a more organic sense than
how we really got together.
Yeah, so that's my story, guys. I hope you found some inspiration in it. Key takeaway I would just say is whenever you do something, don't do it to impress other people. Do it for yourself. Try to find a passion. And I always say this, and I've said this multiple times on different podcasts. Don't make your only personality about your work. Don't say, oh, I'm always busy and stuff. Try to find a hobby, whether it be arts and crafts, stand up, whether it be
sit down.
Yeah, swimming, just the basic stuff like sit down comedy with like Janine trying to make a joke with. Clearly, I'm the comedian.
Really now.
No, but seriously, I really, if anyone wants to take something out of this, even if this whole story was very long already, try to find a hobby, guys, that makes you happy.
Yeah, that's super important.
Janine has a million hobbies, and that's why when I tell my brother, oh, Janine knows that, she's like, what doesn't she know? Because Janine's a photographer. She helped set up this whole podcast up as well. She's what else do? You do so many things.
Nothing. I don't do anything.
She plays music. She sings. Janine knows literally everything, and like for me, my talents are a few, but I'm trying to hone it. And Janine is like,
you're doing well.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So yeah, it's a very fun story. It's a very sad story. It's a very tragic story.
Thank you to Penny.
Thank you, Penny,
for doing that, because then
Exactly.
I would have never met my love of my life. And for those who know me really well, I'm super into funny guy. So it's just, yeah.
Hope you find them.
I really hope I find him one day. So, yeah, meeting Joshua in a comedy bar where he was performing was just, I don't know, God's way of putting two and two together, I guess.
Yeah, so it's a win-win at the end of the day for both of me and Janine. And thank you, comedy, for all that you've taught us.
He's really funny. So for those who are in the UAE, try and catch him in one of his shows next week. Well, the biggest one of them all is on the 2nd of September, where he's opening up for Ati-Ima. It's her third, right? Third special solo show in MOE.
A Dose of Laughter.
A Dose of Laughter. He's opening up for her.
Book your tickets at bookmyshow.com or .ae. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
.com. But just type in Ima and you'll see it over there.
I'm so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
He's done amazing shows. He's performed in, what is that called?
World Trade
Center on a Christmas evening. Not the 24th, the 25th.
Yeah.
Alongside so many other talented comedians with like 1,000+ people watching live. And then another 2,000 on TikTok.
I did Dubai Comedy Festival. I did almost all bars here in the UAE. I have a show after this episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing great.
I'm so happy you're saying that.
I just need to allow myself to feel that I've made it a long way.
Because most of the time he's always like he's such a humble person, and he always says like, no, I do stand-up comedy, and he doesn't really brag about it as one would if they were in his position. But I'm super proud of you, man. You're doing so well.
Okay,
I can't wait to see your special of just you, and I could open up for you.
That's okay. You
and can make everyone go away and be like, "What is this show?" Janine. I can be a singing comedian, okay?
You can.
I can be that, just like J.R. de Guzman.
Yeah, but I feel that singing when it comes to comedy is a cheat. Sort of a cheating when it comes to it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel it's very tacky. Not tacky, but I feel like prop comedy. Musical comedy.
People who are not doing like stand-up.
Stand-up. Yeah, it's like easy. Like, oh, I have a guitar, so people will automatically get drawn to me and like, oh, what's your name? Oh, your name's John. John is prawn. So
come on, it's not like John that.
Come on. Okay,
oh my gosh. That's okay,
episode,
now
guys,
please don't watch him anymore.
That's my standard of comedy that you'll be experiencing when you see me on stage.
Lesson that I'm taking out from this is that whatever you're going through is what you're supposed to go through in that moment. And at that time, you're supposed to go through this, this shift of energy from you thinking that you're going to do so well, from you thinking that, oh, I'm going to be an awesome stand-up comedian. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to do it. Then you get to stage, you're humbled by, bombing, you're humbled by the stage. And then you thinking that you're not going to do it anymore and feeling defeated. But then you were still able to do it again at least once and bounce back. So, for people who think that they're defeated and that they're at their wits' end and they think that that's it for them, try again. There's no way but up. Such a cliche thing to say, but sometimes you just go through humbling moments to just get you back to earth and make you learn things that you probably wouldn't have if you didn't get to that moment, and to weed out people, experiences, any other opportunities that are not for you, to make way for what's for you.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
A lot of learnings from this. In the moment, I couldn't grasp why I was going through all this and why I was doing this to myself, but looking back at it now, like where I am sitting today, I'm like, all those things had to happen for me to reach where I am today.
Yeah, and a lot more to come, baby.
So yeah, that's my story, guys. I hope you liked it. I really hope that you listened all the way through.
Thank you for opening up as well. Yeah.
Sorry, you forced me.
Sorry, I forced you. I forced him.
No, she didn't force me. I really wanted to talk about this, and I'm actually writing a joke about this whole thing. Hopefully in the very near future it'll come out, and I'm gonna do a very long set of just this. Nice. Make it funny, punch it up, bring some emotions to you rather than just laughing the whole time. But I want you to feel sorry for me.
So for those who have listened to the joke and the whole story, keep it to yourself so that he can make fun of it at a later time.
Yes.
On the stage.
Yes, on the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that.
Okay, so I'll close off the show.
Please do.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to Joshua's story. That was a long story.
It was a very long story. I didn't expect it to go that long.
But it was really well said, and I think he took us through a roller coaster of emotions through that story. And I need to wrap up very quickly because he needs to get to his show
I didn't
now.
realize it was almost 6, but it's okay.
Yeah, you have to get to your show. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have any questions or if you'd like to follow us, please do at Have a Nice Day Podcast on Instagram. If you'd like to send us an email, if you have any comments, any questions, anything that you would like us to talk about, please do send us an email at haveanicedayshow@gmail.com. If you want to remain anonymous and ask for some advice, you can go through our Google form or our handy advice section. You'll find the link within our link in bio on Instagram. We'll also put it in the description of this YouTube video. If you liked this podcast, please make sure that you rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. You can also like and subscribe on YouTube. The more followers we have, the more subscribers we have, the more reach we can get. So please get on sharing that on your social media platforms and help us, because it actually helps us. So thank you so much for sharing it with your friends and family and your colleagues and everyone else. And what else? That's it. Yeah, I already said everything.
You said everything without
Yay.
looking at it. I blocked the screen.
You blocked it. I was looking at myself. I was like, am I pretty?
You are pretty.
Thank you so much, everyone. And on that note, have a nice day. We love you guys.
We like you as a friend. Bye.